gone. And that's it, because they're going to be too busy in what they're doing anyway.
Yes,
So
it's
you've
true.
got yourself out of that situation, where you were feeling a little bit vulnerable, and you might think, okay, for me now, I call it a relapse. If I pick up a drink, I've relapsed. I can't relapse. You
Mm,
know what I mean? So I've got the AA app on my phone. I'm still counting days.
right.
I'll open it up for you now. And right now, today, I'm on 1,033 days sober.
Wow.
So I don't know if you guys can see that, but and yeah, and I'm proud of that,
Yeah.
and I'm helping other people now that um are struggling with alcohol,
Hmm.
with substances, with smoking. I've opened a luxury rehab center in Delhi,
Wow.
in India,
Wow.
which is to help people with a battle against drink and drugs.
How do people find out about that?
It's on my website, Hope. We've got a website called Hope Rehabs,
Okay.
.co.uk, and we're based out in India. Me and my partner, we run that, and he's also on a sobriety journey. His sobriety journey is inspired by my journey,
Wow.
and together we've opened this rehab center. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's a luxury rehab center, because rehab here in the UK is they have a lot of big waiting lists here as well. It's not cheap, but it's a great place to start for a lot of people go in recovery. A lot of people do use recovery centers because sometimes they need to step away from their situation. They find it very difficult to try and give up on their doorstep. And they need to detach themselves, and they check themselves into a rehab center. Ours is one step further. You need to relocate. You need to get away from everything and
Hmm.
everyone,
Mm.
even your family, your immediate family, your wife, your kids, because you're now in that much of a deep situation. So we've got that facility there. So yeah, if you know anyone, then please do mention it to them. Go check it out. But we also want to open one in Punjab, because Punjab is a big problem. But that one we're trying to open as a self-funded
Hmm.
one. So because we know that there's a lot of issues with drink and drugs in
A lot of
India, in
drugs.
Punjab,
Yeah.
that not everybody can afford to go to a luxury rehab center. And we want to try and just get people in there, which is self-funded. And we're working on that to get other funding as well from other avenues and government and stuff like that. That's something that is in the pipeline,
Hmm.
but that will be completely free for the actual client. We'll be able to get them in there, try and give them a detox for a month, give them another month clean and sober, and 8 weeks under their belt, and then put them back into their comfort zone with their family, where it's now a better place to be, and they can kind of try and provide for them rather than taking away from them.
Hmm.
So
If
that's what we're trying
somebody's
to
at
do.
a place right now, maybe
Yeah.
they're not ready for AA and they think, I don't really actually have much of a problem. Maybe I do have a couple too many.
Yeah.
What are just three tips off top of your head that you would give a little bit of advice and go, make sure you're mindful or do these three things?
Do you know what it is? I don't even think it goes as far as three. I can tell you that in one. Um, the only thing that anybody needs to recognize if they have a problem is just to admit it to themselves.
Hmm.
And if you admit that you have a problem, that's the first step
Hmm.
to you needing to do something about it. Because until you don't admit you've got a problem, how can you make any changes to it, right?
People are afraid.
But then that is that part,
Yeah.
that getting over the fear to admit it,
Hmm.
right?
People are afraid of failure. They're afraid of being a failure.
Yeah,
They fail embarrassed.
yeah. Again, what I would say is um, that admitting that you have a problem is not a weakness; it's a strength. So all of those other things are part of you then still coming to that pinnacle point of going, yes, I have a problem, and admitting it. Because the moment you admit something, that's when you can make a change to it, right?
Hmm.
And until you don't admit, if you think, yeah, nah, I'm all right, I only have a few, I'm okay, it's cool. But then, you know what? When you stand and look in the mirror and you look at that guy and you go, you know what, man, I need to do something about this. I've actually got a problem. That's the point where you can go, well, now I can do something about it because
Hmm.
I've just admitted it to myself. And all of those things that you said, those are those are natural. Those are natural things to occur with anyone. I've just been on the phone on the way here. I was on the phone to somebody who had all of those things going on. Bro, I'm scared. I know I've got a problem. I know I need help.
Mhm.
I saw your podcast. I did a podcast not so long ago,
Right.
right? Last year we did it. It just came out recently.
Okay.
And a lot of people have been watching that.
Mhm.
And they're saying, bro, that resonated with me so much. Like the things that you said ticked every box of mine. And I just wanted to reach out to you. And I said, yeah. He said, but, and in the end, he was like, you know, thank you so much. I owe you one. I said, nah, man, you don't owe me nothing. I said, he goes, no, but your time. I said, nah. I said, you know what you've just done there has made me stronger. By me talking to you has given me another day of sobriety, because now that conversation has given me strength, you know, because I, not sounding in a bad way, but I don't want to be back in that place
Yeah.
where that guy is. That guy is broken. He's at rock bottom. You know, I was there one day. And when you're at rock bottom, man, that's when you know that you need to do something about it. So fear, anxiety, all of that, pride, that will all come in front of it, but it all gets taken away when you go, I've got a problem, I need to do something about it. That is the first step of recovery.
How do you deal with failure?
You know what? It's all part of life, man.
Mhm.
It's about how you come back from it. Everybody has to fail to come back stronger. That's how I see it. You know, failure is not a bad thing. Failure makes you the person you are. I am who I am today because of all the things that I failed at. You know, all my ups and downs that I had has made me the guy that I am. And I believe that I'm probably not. And you can never say, I think it'll be too overconfident to say I'm 100% perfect. No one's perfect. You know, nobody can ever be perfect. But I'm the best version of myself today. I can confidently say that, you know, I am really working hard on becoming a better person every day. I can always do something a little bit better than I did yesterday. Do you know what I mean?
100.
And failure is all part of that, man. It's all part of it. We have to fail. It's part of it. You know, my kids, I got 3 kids, and I say to them, listen, don't worry about it. I said, if you can't do something, don't say, like, they'll watch something, right? And they'll say, oh, I wish I could do that. And I'll stop them and I say, no, don't say I wish I could do that. Say, how can I do that? There's a difference. It's about training your mind, you know what I'm saying?
100.
And failure isn't failure, man. Failure is part of the process of getting better. That's what it is.
Absolutely. How is your faith? Or do you believe in?
I'm spiritual.
Okay.
Yeah,
What does
yeah.
that mean?
I'm very spiritual, connected. I'm obviously, as you can see, I'm Sikh, but I'm not a baptized Sikh, right? So I'm not religious. I don't wear a bug. I don't have gish. I don't have a kirpan. So that is a baptized Sikh, right? But I pray. I have a higher power. My Vaheguru is my higher power.
Yeah.
I do my part. I do a gratitude list, you know, and that is me spiritually connecting to my higher power. For me, my higher power is Vaheguru, is God, right? But for some people, their higher power could be anything. It could be a passed away grandparent. That could be their higher power. That could be their guardian angel. That it could be anything. Do you know what I mean?
Have you
So
done any like pilgrimages?
yes, I have done pilgrimage. I went to Himkond Sahib in 2000.
Okay, educate me because I don't know
So
about this place.
okay, so Himkond Sahib is it's a Sikh temple,
Okay.
which is in I believe it's in, I think if I'm remember correctly, it's in Uttar Pradesh,
Right.
right? And it's 18,000 feet above sea level. It's in the
Wow.
mountains, and it's a 3-day pilgrimage. It takes 3 days to get there, and this is where Guru Gobind Singh Ji did his tapasya.
Wow.
And it's a very, very sacred and holy place.
Right.
They have 5 Nishan Sahib on the mountain tops. You're very lucky if you can see them all on the same day.
So Nishan Sahib is our holy flag.
Yeah, and Nishan Sahib is a flag which you'll see at every Sikh temple, which is in orange, in the color of orange, and so they have 5 of those around there. There's a temple there, and it's always covered in snow. The paths have to be cleared. There's certain times a year where you can't even actually get up there.
Wow.
But it's all done from seva. There's no it's all just community seva, and
What
it's
does seva mean?
seva is charity. Selfless charity, basically, where you give without any reward. And it was a beautiful experience. I went with my parents, and I actually came back from that pilgrimage, and I said to my mum at that time, I said, "Mum, main Amrit Chakna," and Amrit Chakna means that I want to become a baptized Sikh. And she was like, it's that's giving me goosebumps now that I just said that, because I'm spiritually connected, and I
Hmm.
feel this connection with God. I have some. There is something within me, and even like being able to give up alcohol and substances and stuff like that. I believe that's not just me. That's God giving me the power to do it. Because not everybody makes it back into recovery.